Hi, it's me. Today I'm going to show you how to cut and assemble this side pop-out card using a template I created and linked down below. I will be showing you how to use the score file, how to use the dash file, and of course, assembly. Let's get started. How to use the score file. To demonstrate, I will be using Cricut Design Space. Please use the software compatible with your machine. Click Upload. Click Upload Image. You could either drag the file or browse for it. I am going to drag it, and the file is called Side Pop-Out Scored. A preview image will appear. Click Continue. Another preview image will appear. Click Upload. When the file loads, everything will be grouped together, and its size should be 12 inches by 12 inches. If it is not, please resize it to 12 by 12. To confirm you have sizing correct, click on the white square, and its measurement should be 3.25 by 4.75. Now let's ungroup the groups and review all the pieces. These pieces right here are the parts that are going to pop out on the side. These two pieces right here reinforce the mechanism and are decorative. This piece right here is optional decor for the left side. And this piece right here, this piece right here is the cover. This piece behind it is reinforcement for the back of the card. And then this guy right here is the mechanism, and that big rectangle that was behind it is the base card. Now we're going to change some of these lines to score lines. Click on the base card and then open up the group highlighted in the layers panel. Click on the two lines in there and then change its operation from basic cut to score. Click the header of the group right there and then click attach. Now we're going to focus on the mechanism. Click the mechanism and then open up the group. You'll see some lines. Click on them, then change its operation from basic cut to score. Click on the group header and then click attach. Now we are ready to cut and score, so click make and follow the instructions on screen. How to use the dash file. I will be using Cricut Design Space to demonstrate. Please use the software compatible with your machine. Click Upload, then click Upload Image. You could either drag the file or browse for it. I am going to drag it in there, and it's called Side Pop-Out Dashed. A preview image will appear. Click Continue. Another preview image will appear. Click Upload. When the file loads, everything will be grouped together. The sizing should be 12 inches by 12 inches. If it is not, please resize them using the measurement tool. To confirm sizing is correct, click on the white square. It should be 3.25 by 4.75. Now let's ungroup all the pieces and review what they are. These pieces right here are the parts that are going to pop out. This reinforces the mechanism right here, and it's also decorative. This piece right here, not those two, but this little yellow and silver one, is optional decoration for the left side. This piece reinforces the back of the card, and this piece right here is decoration for the cover. This little piece right here is the mechanism, and that piece is the base card. This file uses dash lines instead of score lines, and they're ready to attach. So this file is ready to go. Click Make and follow the instructions on screen. How to assemble the card. Let's review the pieces. This is the base card. This is the reinforcement piece for the back. This is the mechanism. This piece and this piece, those layers are the pop out. This reinforces the mechanism and is decorative. This is optional decor, and this is the cover decoration. So let's remove all the pieces and focus on the base card and the mechanism. So when we are looking at the base card, there is a line down the middle and a score line here. That score line on the left is simply a guideline. So we're just going to take this and fold it in half. And that's it. So let's take this and put it off to the side, and let's focus on the mechanism. We are going to take all these lines, and this one on the left, we are going to make a mountain fold. This line on the right is another mountain fold, and this line down the middle is going to be folded into a valley. Now these two diagonal lines are both going to be folded as mountains. So this one gets folded back, and then this one gets folded back as well. So now folding it this way makes it easy to do this. So we're going to push those two lines in and create a little point. So now it looks like a little arrow, and it'll open up like this within the card. So let's put this off to the side and focus on the base card. So there is this optional piece that's used to reinforce the back. And so the back is a side without that guiding score line. So I'm going to take this and I am going to glue it down onto the back just like this. And you can make it whatever color you like to make it more interesting. I just happen to make it the same color as the base card. So now our back of the card is nice and strong and can support the mechanism. So for the cover, we have these two pieces, a silver one and a yellow one, or a large square and a smaller square. And we're just going to take that and glue it directly onto the cover. So here is a little border, and that goes there. And then on top of that, we are going to put glue on this yellow piece and put it there. So now this is the cover, and that also helps reinforce the strength of the cardstock as well. Now we're going to open it up and we are going to glue in the mechanism. So there is this little score line here that's going to tell us where to place the mechanism. We are going to fold the two glue tabs on the sides back. And then we are going to put glue right over here. So put glue here. And then if you have a tool, just spread that glue out like that. And I just use a piece of scrap. So now we're going to line this up with that score line. And then we're going to make sure this part does not cross over that crease line. So we're going to press that down. And now we're going to put glue on this other glue tab. And we're going to spread it out with my little scrap right there. And we're going to press it. So now everything is glued down. While it's still setting, it's nice to test it out to make sure it will move. So that's what I did right there. So now we're going to let that dry and we're going to focus on gluing out the pop-out sides together. This one is pretty straightforward to glue. The smaller rectangle goes on the bigger rectangle, just like this. So here's the second one. So now that we have those put together, we are going to glue them in this little triangle right there. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting a little bit of glue into that little triangle. And then I'm going to spread it out a little bit with my scrap tool, which is totally optional. I just didn't want it to cross over to the other creases. So it helps me get it more precise. So now I'm going to stick this first side pop out onto that triangle right over here. So right where I put the glue, I like to leave a little bit of that point exposed. So it's not even a millimeter. It's like it's like 2 millimeters showing right there. So now I'm going to do the same thing to this bottom triangle, spreading out the glue, and I'm going to glue this as well. And then it's the same thing. There's like another little millimeter right there. So it creates a little bit of a gap that'll act as another border around this on these little pop outs. So I'm just positioning them. And then once they're set, I'm going to test out the mechanism and make sure that they go in quite nicely. So ta-da, that's how it works. Now we're going to glue the piece that goes right there. These pieces right here are used so that you could write a little note on it, and it also reinforces that mechanism so it doesn't bend so easily. Now put some glue onto that small area of the mechanism and then put this on top. So now the mechanism is almost completely covered except for that small piece between them. Make sure that it's lined up with the back of the mechanism so the card closes. Now, this is an optional piece of decoration. You don't have to put it there, but I'm going to put it there because I provided the cut pieces. So the smaller rectangle goes on the bigger rectangle, and then this gets glued onto the left. And that's it. You're done with the card, and it should close and open just like this. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to reach out. And thank you for watching and supporting. Take care. Bye.